from Shlengiwe.
Yes, yes.
How has it been? How's the festival? How's the conversation, the dialogue? What's the state of the industry?
Yeah, it was beautiful. I mean, it's so awesome for me to come back. I'm born and bred in Guamashu.
Love it.
I'm a child of this place, and to see it having grown in such leaps and bounds and nothing compared to what it was when I was growing up here, and seeing these initiatives, for me it's very heartwarming, and it creates such a hope in my heart that there is something beautiful continuing and something beautiful that will continue to happen in this place. And I'm just so proud of this place, KCAP, and how they've sustained over the years since 1993.
It's the
And
longest
they're still standing. It's such a beautiful testament of courage, of resilience. And this for me is really, really, it's mind-blowing. And it's stories we don't really hear, because you hear about everything else but good people doing amazing work and changing so much. Yeah.
Shlengiwe, tell me when you first entered these doors and when you were here, did you ever think that today you would be where you are? And obviously just the journey in between, but I mean that moment of hope.
Of hope, of course. I mean, in '93, I was young when this place started, and there was such a hype around it, and then like an excitement, and we always wondered, hey, what's going on at KCAP? Who gets to be a part of this amazing place? And tracking back to where my life was then until now, my word, there definitely is hope.
There is hope.
There is hope. I mean, so much has happened since then. So much growth has happened. Now we come with not just the knowledge of this space, but we come also with the knowledge of the world, because since then one has traveled internationally, done amazing work. But I'm just so grateful that even in all of that, this is still going on, and there is still hope for other young people who I was their age, when I was, hearing about this place, that there is hope for them also, that there is a continuation for them, there is something that they can look forward to. And I'm also just so excited for them that they also get to interact with the results of hope.
Exactly.
They get to interact with people who have walked the journey, and this is absolutely incredible. Yeah.
Now that's amazing. I mean, your journey from 1993 to now. What are the challenges then, and what are the challenges now? I'm sure it's different. I'm sure it's twofold. But what would you say, or what was it like then, and what is it like now? Has much changed?
I think then there was a sense of course, politically there was a lot of hope brewing and birthing. I mean, now we've been at it, and it seems like there is a lot of disappointments, But there's also something in that it's also just asking us to look within and ask ourselves, what is it that we can do, rather than what is it that can be done for us. And it's also asking us, and asking us to look into our own power. And places such as this are examples of that, when people have decided that I'm going to go into my own power to create something spectacular and something beautiful. So, of course, with all the disillusionment that is around, there is still that fire. And I think spaces like this remind us that it is possible. We can still continue. The dreams that we had in '94, they're still attainable. But it's also just perhaps in a different way than we thought. And I think for me it's the hope is still there. It never dies. It hasn't died. I mean, somebody was saying yesterday, I think it was President Nelson Mandela, who said, they asked him about what is hope, and hope is life. So with life being present, and you're seeing young people being present in this place, then it is a testament of hope. The hope can never die as long as life is still here with us. Yeah.
I love the fact that you said that, and for me, that sounds like our biggest challenge is ourselves, because we do attain the power.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we have to go within.
Yeah, no, you can't get it outside of. It already is there. I mean, when we enter this place, or rather this life, we come with the power. And I think many a times we are being distracted from this power that is already within us, and it's just a moment of going in and excavating it and being present with it. Yeah.
Being present, absolutely. It's all about being present and going forward or taking that action. So once you do the inner work,
Yes.
what would you say, or what would your advice be? Firstly, is internal, right? And your inner power, enhancing and honing that. And then external factors or action points or advice for those listening right now and wanting to go further.
Yeah, I think my point of departure would always be to listen. We all know there's a knowing, a sacred knowing that everyone carries. But I think because of the noise around, we decide that no, maybe, but you know what you know. And I think it is important to pay attention to that voice, to pay attention to that calling, to pay attention to that thing, to listen and to allow it to then lead you, and be courageous to where it wants to lead you, and know also that whatever that you need has already been provided for you. There is anything that you need involving whatever it is that is internally inside of you, there already is a provision for that. So it's listening, it's trusting, really trusting. I think that is the most, and also discerning, especially at this moment when there is such a hype around, the exaltation of self, the promotion of self. We all want to be, relevant, forgetting also that what I am is also part of my community. It is there to also strengthen my community. So in all of that, I think there's also discernment that is very much important and needed, to know when to pour in, to know when to hold back, to know when to go. But I think the voice, this power, this knowledge, sacred knowledge inside, is able then to guide you towards exactly where you need to be and how you should be contributing to this beautiful, beautiful life that we've been given.
So we can all be givers, and
we can, when we're all contributors. I think that is the one thing that we forget, that I would not be here unless there was something that I'm here to give and contribute. I think we're constantly thinking there are others who can contribute better, and I think everybody on this planet, there is a contribution, and this is what community is. Community is never one person serving, but it's the whole community serving one another for the betterment, of that community. So I think it is important to understand that we are all contributors. Yeah.
So in closing, it's been amazing chatting to you. Going within, listening is what I took, and the belief and being a giver. And any final words?
Well, let's go. Let's continue. Let's walk this walk. And I think it is important to also allow everything, whatever challenge that is in our way, to regard it as a gift and not as an obstacle to slow us down. But we take those gifts and we move with them. Yeah.
That's amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.